It is Gemini season. Woo woo! Y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Ashley Cruz. And I just want to say thank y'all for checking me out. Thank you for tuning in. Gemini season is here. Happy birthdays to all of the Geminis out there. This is my first time doing videos for all 12 signs, and I'm gonna start off the Gemini season for you lucky Gemini. So hopefully y'all like what I have to say, or whatever message it is that Spirit wants me to give to you. This is going to be effective as of May 23rd through June 20th. So this will be for all Geminis and the cross watchers. Just please keep in mind that there's no way that every single Gemini can relate to this. If you do, that's awesome. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for my future videos. And if you don't, that's okay. There are thousands of readers on YouTube, and you may be able to relate to them more, or they may have the message that you may need. There won't be any hurt feelings. I don't care, to be honest. Just for those who may need the message, that's what it's for. Please refrain from leaving any silly comments, because I do clap back. So I'm just letting you know. Please be aware of many different changes that's in the air right now and in the energy. Saturn went into retrograde this weekend. And it may impact Aquarius and Leos more because it did go into retrograde as of in the sign of Aquarius, and Leo is the opposite of Aquarius. Y'all are the opposites of one another, so y'all might be impacted the most. Pluto is currently in retrograde in Capricorn, and Mercury will go retrograde this week. It will go retrograde in Aquarius as well, or it'll kick it off in the sign of Aquarius. But Mercury is the ruler planet for Gemini and Virgo. So be super careful to start any new relationships, allowing old relationships to come back, and expect mishaps in communication and possibly even travel. With Saturn being in retrograde, mistrust in relationships can be at an all-time high. So please be mindful of that. However, Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius, so that doesn't mean that we're not exempt from that. Just keep in mind that there's so much going on with these planets right now, and they can very well, and they are impacting us in one way or another. So with that being said, let's kick off this reading. So first things first, your goddess card energy is Starborn. Even the sun doesn't know it's a star. And I feel like that is a message for Geminis or the cross watcher. However, you may resonate with this. It's pretty much saying that you have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feelings is at odds with the appearance of something. So that's why I gave that speech in the beginning about all of these planets going retrograde. And I don't want anybody to blame their mistakes that they do make, especially if you do it intentionally on the planets. You made that choice, period. Or they made that choice, period. But just know that sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. So if you're trying to manifest something, if you're really trying to work hard at something and it just seems that everything is going against you, continue to keep the faith, because we really don't know exactly what is going on behind the scenes. Even when it may look like nothing is happening, that's when it's really doing the most work, or the universe is stepping in on your behalf. You have a special and a deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart along with your spiritual path is going to lead you to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. There's stardust in your soul. The earth loves you, and you are meant to be here, but you may feel in your heart that you come from another place. Maybe you don't fit in. Maybe you feel like people are against you. But human behavior may not always make sense to you. It may sometimes seem unnecessarily cruel or selfish, especially if you're going through a lot here lately. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, enjoying her creativity and beauty, you'll learn to hear in your heart. You'll understand your purpose and why you chose to bring your starry-eyed soul to her as a human. You'll realize that there are certain ways that you can help others to open up to the wisdom that your heart already knows. We cannot always understand why things are the way that they are, but we can always make a positive contribution towards healing change. Your life mission is to be happily you in the ways that feel most true, to fall in love with your life here on earth, just as much as you feel love in your soul for the heavenly stars. You are meant to be here, shining as a beautiful, loving star on earth. And that's pretty much what that star-born card represents. So, from what I gather, and with this having to do with the crosswalker as well, the energy can be interchangeable. So if you're not resonating with the energy, this could be what the other person is. So if it's the Gemini, then it could be your partner. If it is the cross watcher, then it could be yourself or the Gemini. So however this may relate to you, if you know it's for you, then it's going to resonate regardless. But I feel like this Gemini season, you're going to be forced into a rebirth, into some type of a change. And I feel like the change may have already begun for a lot of you. I feel like it began because either you were being deceptive towards another person or another person was being deceptive towards you. It's forcing you literally to take on your leadership role. I feel like whatever the change has done, it's affecting your self-esteem. So it could either be that your self-esteem was very low, and now that you have realized that you needed to separate yourself from this person, or this person is separating themselves from you, it's causing that individual, however it may resonate with you, for their confidence, for their self-esteem to rise. Like you're currently reworking on yourself because of incidents and situations that may have happened. I feel like you might have just been sitting back, observing, looking at everything, trying to figure out who is needed in your life, who's important in your life, who needs to stay in your life, who needs to remain in your life. And I feel like that goes hand in hand with your rebirth. I feel like you may go through a period of isolation. The best way you could be, and I feel like whoever it is that may have triggered that rebirth is somebody that at one point you were loyal to or had some type of loyalty towards that individual. Right now you're just allowing things to play out and to be, but it's also kind of making you realize that you're going to be respected no matter what. So even if you're isolating yourself, whether it's physically going through an isolation, it's causing you to realize that if whoever it is that you bring upon you in your life, they have to have some type of level of respect towards you. You were probably loyal to somebody or had a sense of loyalty to an individual who didn't even really deserve it. I feel like it could have been a possibility that this person mistreated you, or they showed you exactly where they stood in your life. And to me, I kind of feel like, and this could be anybody, it could be a lover, it could be a friendship, it could be a family member, coworker, whoever the case may be. But I feel like it's causing you to go through some type of isolation. It's causing you to really look at things for what they really are, the people for who they really are, and for you to rebuild yourself. And this could have been situations that have happened and it's been happening over and over again that spirit has been getting you to open your eyes and look at. So I kind of feel like you're being guided by spirit at this point. This is somebody that you've been very given to, or giving your energy to. And it could actually be multiple people, to be honest. But you gave to them, you catered to them, you did for them. Whenever they needed you, you were front and center. If they needed any kind of help, you always took action. Now you're being not forced, but the universe is wanting you to give that same energy that you were giving to the person who did not appreciate it back to yourself, to take action towards yourself, to rebuild yourself, to love yourself, to put yourself first. Be loyal to you and be aggressive about it. Maybe this is another situation to where the universe can see that maybe the person that you thought they really weren't who they put themselves out there to be. So this person had a way of being one way in your face and another way behind your back, or they played a part in front of people very well to a T. Like they could have made it seem like you were the problem when in all actuality it was them. Whoever this person was, they can't take accountability for anything. And behind a person who can't take accountability is people right behind them that will co-sign them to a T. I feel like now you're probably scrutinizing people and you're kind of scared about, if you haven't let this person go, you're kind of scared of what can happen afterwards, like what life would be like afterwards. Would you be able to handle this? Would you be able to handle that? Will you ever find somebody again? Will you ever have a friendship like that again? Or it could be that, you could be OCD. You don't like how to have things kind of like change up on you mid-sentence. You don't like for things to just switch up. You're used to a certain routine. But right now, it's almost as if you're kind of like scrutinizing everything, because if you stay in a situation that you don't want to be in, or keep calling or playing into a situation that's not fruitful for you, you're never going to have that trust in the person, because I feel like the trust is gone. Like you don't trust that person for nothing. You scrutinize everything that they do. You watch everything that they do. You don't trust them. You don't have any belief in them, but you're scared to let go. Or if you've already let go, you're scared to what's to become. But it's time for you to stand up for yourself and be aggressive about yourself, kind of self-reflect and stand on who you are as a person. And if you need to cry it out. There's boundaries that you have to set to now, because as before, you might have let this person walk all over you. You may not have stood up for yourself. You may not have or you've tried and you tried to make things work, taking so much disrespect, and you just got tired of it. If you need to cry it out, go on ahead and do that. Don't hold it in, but continue to keep praying. Continue to keep praying, because God is always with you. Things is going to turn around for the better, but you just got to look at things for what it really is and stop trying to give this person the benefit of a doubt. I do feel as if whoever this person is, you have let them go. This could have been somebody that you might have wanted to keep, but you were uncertain about this person, that you've had a strong attraction to this person, especially sexual. But it was time for you to release this person. I feel like you might have been resistant to it, and you may even go back and revisit it. Like you may think like, damn, did I make the right decision? Did I make the right decision? But this person came with so much BS, but you definitely release this person. Now, the person that you might have been dealing with, either you had a lot of people to choose from, or they had a lot of people to choose from. I do see two people in particular that they may have dealt with, or that you were dealing with, but I do kind of feel like, I really feel like it was them, that they may have had multiple people, and you kind of like chose yourself. You chose yourself. So everybody else, was probably toys to them. There was two people, one in particular that they're holding on tight to, the other person they're entertaining. Like, and they may have several other people too, several other people that they could go to, that they know that they can have if they wanted, and not just feel like you just left that whole situation alone. And by you doing that, it might have took you some time for you to do that, but you found happiness. You found some type of peace. It's almost as if you know that you released yourself from somebody who preyed on you, somebody who was a snake, and somebody who was literally a wolf dressed in sheep clothing. There were promises that were made that this person couldn't keep, and they kept giving you like little bits of pieces. Instead of them approaching you as a king, I feel like they were more at a page level. You know, like they may have took action, they may have took steps, they may have gave you some of emotions, but they didn't give you all of them. They may have gave you a little bit of money, but they didn't invest in you, you know. I feel like this person was manipulative. They played a lot of mind games. And every time you tried to make things work, it was like they continuously stabbed you in the back over and over again, especially verbally. I feel like this person could have verbally assaulted you, but they just wouldn't leave you alone. They could have even been physical too. Some of y'all might have experienced some sort of physical abuse, any type of domestic violence as well. It's almost as if no matter how much you tried to get away from that person, you just couldn't. This person was always there with you. They were always behind you. They were always literally ripping you to shreds. And it was like this person had to be right. They had to claim themselves to be victor. I feel like not only were they playing with you, but they were playing mind games with other people. And this person had an issue with kind of like being, they could have been an air sign too. They could have been an Aries, not an, well, yeah, Aries is on the board, but they could have been Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius as well. If they're not, then they're embodying the energy of either the Aries or one of the air signs. But this person knows that they're a leader. They get very angry fast. As long as you're going the way that they want you to go, they're cool. But the minute that you step outside of what it is that they want you to do, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's like they flip on you, they turn on you. They could be a bit narcissistic, very controlling, could be very jealous hearted, but they move the way that they want to move. This person had a lot of options, and they probably had chose other people over you, but also wanted to keep you too. So it was like this person wanted their cake and wanted to eat it too. And if there was a friend, or if this is a coworker, just keep in mind, like, this person could also be jealous hearted. This person can also be pretty controlling. Maybe they had a friend that you didn't really too much care for, but they wanted to be friends with the both of y'all. But in order for them to do that, they had snakish ways. They moved kind of funny. They were probably telling your business to them and then their business to you and so forth, trying to act like they're your day one, that they had your back. When really at the end of the day, they had an underlying issue, you know? They were trying to poison you. They were just feeding you a bunch of bullshit, you know? I feel like eventually it's going to come to the point to where this person is going to realize that they made a mistake, and they're going to be fighting their own demons. I feel like this person's been fighting their own demons for a while. Any offer that they receive after you isn't going to be good enough. And if you've cut this person off, you may even have issues with deciding whether or not you made the right choice by cutting this person off. Like, it could literally be a you versus yourself. You may have a hard time finding peace at first, you know, but things will start to change. I feel things will start to change because you're no longer tolerating somebody who says one thing and does another. It's like you're literally standing on the decision that you made. And you won the battle because you won the battle. You gave yourself enough strength to release somebody and dead the whole situation. So now they're having to lean on other people because you're no longer there. You probably was this person's backbone. You probably was this person's world. You probably was this person's everything. But they wanted attention. They wanted attention from other people. They wanted attention from other girls or other men, however it resonates with you. And you were done with it. You chose yourself. You chose yourself. They made their bed and they had to lie in it. The tower came crumbling down, and you have no desire from that tower to fix it. Wouldn't be surprised if this person has you on their mind, if they're thinking about you, if they're wanting to communicate with you, if they're wanting to reconcile. But I feel like you're going to be focusing on your money. You're going to be focusing on getting grounded. You're going to be focusing on loving and treating yourself, on healing. And this person has no choice but to fend for their own, you know? You literally gave them the rope to hang themselves. They thought that they were going to get caught and get away with the shit that they were doing, and they got their own selves caught up, and you stopped it. You stopped it. They purposely made it a point to not make a decision about whatever it was that you wanted them to make a decision about. Like, they chose to act indecisive, and you have to remember that. Not knowing what you want to do is a choice, especially if you're being deceptive, especially if you're doing it for your own personal gain, especially if you're being a user and manipulator. That is a choice. That's not an accident. That's a choice. And they were choosing to allow people to fight over them, to allow people to, act like they had their best interests at heart, or whatever the case may be. You gave it to them. You gave it to them. You're starting your own new beginning. And it's all because you allowed the universe to kind of like take away what wasn't, you know? This person is healing by entertaining other people, and you're leaving them alone. You're leaving them behind. And it might have hurt. It might have hurt. But if you notice, this person is no longer looking at the pain. They're slowly turning towards their blessings, and they're allowing that other person to drown. And that's the energy you need to be at. You can't help this person anymore. Their offer is no longer good enough. You're going to go for something else, and you're going to choose yourself. And you're going to take action towards choosing yourself. So, I don't know if this resonates with y'all, and I hope that it does, but this is what I see. Again, if you liked my reading and you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for any other readings that I may do. This is my first one, so please leave a comment. Let me know how you like it. And maybe if things go the way that I hope that they go, I'll be able to do this every zodiac season. So you guys have a good one.